This is the Osmo Action 4, and DJI just announced the new DJI Action 5 Pro yesterday. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about why it's not worth upgrading to the Osmo Action 5 if you already have the Osmo Action 4. Let's talk about it. The first main reason why I'm not upgrading from the Osmo Action 4 to the Osmo Action 5 Pro is the lack of a 1-inch sensor. So it's not just me, but a lot of people have been expecting to have a 1-inch sensor on the next action camera. GoPro failed to do it, and DJI seemingly hasn't released that as well. So my wife even has a theory that maybe DJI is waiting for GoPro to make its move first. So to test probably how bad it overheats, DJI is not going to make a move yet. That's why they stuck with the current 1/1.3 inch sensor on the Osmo Action 5. So after watching some videos from popular YouTubers on the new Osmo Action 5 Pro, I've noticed that there is a significant bump in image quality when it comes to low light performance. But it's still not sensor based, because usually it's the sensor that will dictate how well a camera performs in low light, right? Because the bigger the sensor, the more it has the opportunity to get more light. But the Osmo Action 5 Pro has this like AI feature that probably helps it perform better in low light by cleaning up the noise. So yeah, that is one of the features that the Osmo Action 5 Pro has, but then again, it's not yet 1-inch sensor size level. So the second notable new feature on the Osmo Action 5 Pro is the in-camera tracking feature. So it's basically gonna take a wider image like what Sony does and crops in and tracks onto the subject. So it creates the illusion that the camera is moving, tracking the subject. So this is good if you want to do this, but you can also do this in post. Like for example, you can just crop and reframe and therefore just track the subject that way. But that is something that the Osmo Action 5 Pro offers in camera, so it's, I think, nice to have, right? But it's still not one reason for me to want to upgrade from the 4 to the 5. So one more notable feature that DJI has improved on the 5 Pro is that they put a higher nit LCD screen, which plainly means it's going to be a lot brighter than the 4 or any of the predecessors. So if you really like to shoot outdoors, I guess that would be good. But for my use cases, I've used this a lot in direct sunlight, and I can still see the monitor, I can still see my EV values, but probably a brighter screen, of course, will be better, right? But of course, it's gonna run the risk of overheating. I don't really know if the Osmo Action 5 Pro runs the risk of overheating, because this thing has never overheated on me. I've shot this on 10-bit on the highest frame rate for like 2 hours straight, plugging in a USB power bank onto this, and it never overheated. It never died out on me. So plainly speaking, the Osmo Action 5 Pro will have a much brighter screen than the Osmo Action 4, but then again, it's not really enough to make me want to upgrade from the Osmo Action 4 to the 5 Pro. So here's where it becomes a little bit more on the technical side. The Osmo Action 5 Pro claims that it now has the ability to take 40 megapixel photos. That is insane. Even my A7 IV can only do like 33 megapixels, and my A7S III can do 12. So I guess the Osmo Action 5 Pro is a better camera to take photos with, right? So the Osmo Action 4 only has 9.5 megapixels. I don't really know what that means, like that 0.5 at the end. So just to round it off, it's about 10 megapixels. I don't really take that many photos with my Osmo Action 4. When I do, it's mostly just a wide angle shot, and I just use the standard D-Warp mode. I've never really shot on the ultra-wide mode on this thing and needed to crop in, which is where the Osmo Action 5 Pro will have the edge, is when you do have a 40 megapixel photo, you get more opportunities to crop into the image, right? Whereas this only has 10 megapixels, which makes it unforgiving to crop into. So if photos are really your thing, maybe that will make you want to buy the Osmo Action 5 Pro. But let's be honest, you're not really buying an action camera to take an ultra-wide photo, right? For me, I usually bring an ultra-wide lens for my A7C II and then take an ultra-wide shot. It's very rare that I will take an ultra-wide shot with an action camera, because I usually bring this for taking action shots, which is usually video. And last but not the least, DJI claims that the new Osmo Action 5 Pro has a 4-hour battery life when shooting video, opposed to the older version, which is the Action 4, only has 2 hours. I find that a little bit questionable, because if they didn't increase the size or buffed up the battery, the physical battery on the Action 5 Pro, how were they able to pull that off? Unless they actually made everything inside work efficiently to make it consume less battery. I guess that's how DJI did it. So all of the things that I've been talking about for the past few minutes are just based on theory, based on research, based on watching other YouTubers talk about the new Osmo Action 5 Pro and watching them use it. But I'm just actually giving myself a few reasons to not buy another camera because my wife is gonna kill me. So take this with a grain of salt. If you wanna buy the Osmo Action 5 Pro, it's up to you. In my opinion, if you already have the Osmo Action 4, there is no significant reason for you to upgrade to the 5 Pro. But if you are new to the action camera game, if you have no DJI action cameras right now, I guess it's a good decision to just go straight to the 5 Pro because all of the features on that thing will be of the highest quality and the most updated ones. So to you who is watching, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. And as always, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.